core standards have a significant emphasis on skills. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills.
The core that we had for last year is still going to be there. That's a baseline that every kid needs to know, but we're building more upon that and asking them to now apply all those skills that we've taught them.
I think this is a great set of standards because it's at the heart of what we do. The standards are much more content specific, and so it's a shift to a skill basis rather than a knowledge fact basis.
It is an increase in expectations, I believe. I believe it's something that we haven't been practicing lately in education. But our students are smart. Our students are incredibly talented and gifted, as we all know, much smarter than we were at that age.
We want them to leave with some deeply held understandings and some skills that they own.
They can't just have the right answer. They need to show how they get there. And I think that's the big difference. It will be a lot like showing your work in math, only you'll show your work in social studies and in English and in all the other subjects also, not just the final answer and did you get it right, but how you got there.
If you can take concepts, historical concepts for example, and you can tie them to current modern day issues that still exist and show how things are connected, then it brings that picture full circle and it helps to make meaning for those students.
And it makes what students are learning in the classroom very real and gives them the opportunity to immediately put to work the communication and reasoning skills that they're learning in their core classes. And gives it value and makes it real and makes them want to learn and retain those skills.
I really want to do some research on that and see if we can
It's about all of these kids in Idaho and making them successful, not just within our country, but within our world.
The new standards are better for your kids. It's going to be challenging at home because they're going to come home and they're going to talk, question, and pick your brain on ideas. The number one thing is be willing to research with your child. Get on the internet, get books, go to the public library if you need to. Pull information out and show them how to do that. Be patient with them would be the second thing, because they're in a learning process. We've not asked kids to think outside of just basic facts for a while. And then the third thing is be active in your child's classroom. Know what they're learning. Don't be afraid to call the teacher or email your teacher. Say, what can I do? My child's having a hard time with this, and get ideas to help facilitate that learning.
And as we focus on these new areas, students will rise to the challenge, they'll come up to speed, and I think we'll be very pleased with the skills that they develop.
We have a group of fantastic educators in Idaho. I think all of them sincerely want their kids to do the best.
Every teacher is going to approach these standards and say, how do I understand what these mean in terms of skills? A big shift, I think, is going to be away from the teacher in the front of the classroom being the disseminator of information, being the sage on the stage. Once we, in our departments and learning communities, we identify what's the heart of our discipline, I think it's going to free up that time to say, okay, we're going to really dig deeply into this and we're going to make sure that those lifelong skills are going to come out of it.
We're not teaching middle of the road. You teach every child where they are and you watch them grow to their level.
The new Idaho core standards are more specific to exactly what do we want these kids to reach at the end of the year. It's okay to be a little nervous. You're kind of walking into a place maybe where it's an unknown area. Talk to your district, have that conversation within the district that we need professional development, we need time to build these units, we need support in helping us implement it. That's really important for teachers to feel like they're not just getting shoved into this. We've used online resources, we've used a lot of talking with other schools and other districts, and we looked at what the standards were for each unit of study, and then we pulled out from our current curriculum every lesson that tied to it, and then we evaluated it. It's successful for kids, and that's really what it's about. We're really setting kids up for success because we're following what their own cognitive guided instruction does for themselves, so that they start to discover things.
And they engage, and it's fun, and it's interesting for them. And then when they leave your classroom, they have some knowledge that can follow them into their adult lives that's going to help them.
In the long run, it makes us stronger. And we know it's what's right for kids. We know it's right for learning.
If we can get everybody on board supporting this, I think we can get there and make a significant difference in our what our students know and are able to do when they leave our public education system.
When they're done with school, they have those skills that you and I had to go through the school of hard knocks to figure out. And we're moving towards something different and unique to build those brains up so that they are thinkers.
I think we're well prepared for what's about to happen.